the intelligence agencies and the troops for their efforts, synergy and dedication, which have resulted in the recent laudable outcomes. Recall that troops of Operation Adarin Daji neutralized a wanted bandit leader, Halilu Shibubu, who had been unleashing terror on citizens in Zamfara, Sokoto, and other parts of northwestern Nigeria. The troops also killed another terrorist, Sani Walaboki, in a joint operation in Katsina and busted a terrorist enclave in Kaduna, where 13 kidnapped students were freed. A statement from the Office of the Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, said the successful operations followed the President's directive to the service chiefs to relocate to the zone until normalcy is restored. The Nigerian Army has asked Amnesty International and the International Criminal Court, ICC, to take immediate action and hold the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and its sponsor, Simon Ekpan, accountable for crime against civilians in the southeast Nigeria. The Army made the call in a statement by its spokesman, Major General Onyema Nwachukwu, while reacting to a viral video that showed IPOB members torturing an ex-soldier of the Nigerian Army. It said the international community must condemn the mistreatment in the strongest term of an unarmed and law-abiding citizen by IPOB in the region. The Nigerian Army urged Nigerians to disregard the malicious video and stand united against the vile acts of terrorism perpetrated against Nigerians and particularly the good and law-abiding people of southeast Nigeria by IPOB terrorists. According to the statement, the Army and other security agencies had recently intensified operations to fight terrorism and insurgency in the southeast and other parts of the country. Now, the federal government has initiated the conversion of 150 commercial vehicles to compressed natural gas CNG in Kaduna State. The process began over the weekend at 3 accredited conversion centers in the state, with the vehicles receiving free kits, including cylinders and other accessories from the Presidential Compressed Natural Gas Initiative. Coordinator of Logistics and Supply Chain, Thomas Ayu, delivered the conversion kits at one of the centers located in Kaukau along the Kaduna-Abuja Expressway. It said the program is designed to support transporters and unions by converting their vehicles to a more efficient, economical, and safe energy source. Ayu added that the initiative is a collaboration between the federal government and private companies handling the vehicle conversions. He assured the public of the safety and efficiency of CNG, noting that it is cheaper, cleaner, and more efficient than traditional fuel. And the Lagos State government has issued a stop work order on illegal structures erected on Bagada wetland. Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, who gave the order during an inspection tour of ongoing drainage projects under System 1 of Ikeja and Bagada, describes encroachment on wetland as a recipe for crisis and disaster. We have details in this report. As the biggest primary channel that defloods major parts of the mainland, System 1 water channel is an important drainage infrastructure for the Lagos State government. Hence, the government awarded a contract for its sheet piling. At this inspection tour, Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, says this will protect the drainage channel from encroachment.
We started out with our Systems 1 contracts that had been awarded. So you notice some weeks back we had to take a very decisive action with respect to Systems 1. And we also ensured the contract that we awarded 2 years ago, the contractor for the right-of-way had to come to site to establish the right-of-way. Consequent upon that, the government also awarded the lining for a phase of System 1, that's from behind Sheraton down to the bridge at the Maryland Ojota. Then the sheet piling will start from the other end of the bridge down to the outfall to the lagoon.
At Peace Estate in Ifako, the team inspected the clearing and rehabilitation of the drainage system in the area.
done an
The inspection team made a stop at Bagada, where they discovered an ongoing construction on the wetland. There, the commissioner issued a stop work order.
They just leveling up the wetland to build up an estate called Maverick or something. And we've asked them to stop. Let them come with all the papers. The wetland clearance, the drainage certificate, and then the EIA. Those are documents we have to see from the Ministry of Environment before they can even proceed to obtain any form of approval from the government.
Wahab, while reiterating the impacts of global warming, says the enforcement exercise against all forms of encroachment from the Lekki corridor down to Ekpe, Ikorodu, Amuwodofin, Badagry, Ojo and Akpakpa would be a continuous exercise. Bukola Taylor Cole, LTV News. The Lagos State government has announced that traffic will be diverted from Eko Bridge to facilitate emergency repairs by the Federal Ministry of Works. The State Commissioner for Transportation, Oluwaseun Oshiyemi, announced that the repairs will be carried out in 4 phases, during which the bridge will be intermittently fully or partially closed, depending on the work schedule. The exercise is scheduled to commence Monday, September 16, and will last for 18 weeks. Eko Bridge will be open in the second week of February 2025. The Commissioner assured that Lagos State Traffic Management Authority officers will be deployed to the rehabilitation areas and alternative routes to minimize travel delays and convenience. Lagos State Deputy Governor Obafemi Hamzat has urged Nigerians to emulate the virtues of Prophet Muhammad, which was solely about honesty, compassion, obedience to Allah, justice and equality, loving and being at peace with one another. He made this known during the Eid Maulud celebration at the Lagos Central Mosque. Hamzat called on Lagosians to be law-abiding and to continue to pray for leaders as their shows of continuous development of the state by the government.
We must all learn from behavior of the Prophet, honesty, perseverance, and patience. That you cannot interact with people without having patience. And then you must be able to absorb, be calm, but most importantly, be honest, and that fellow Muslims around you, or even fellow human beings around you, should not be suffering while you are enjoying. If you practice that, you know the world will be a fantastic place. So I think that's just the lesson. How do we imbibe the behavior of the Prophet? How do we imbibe the behavior of leaders that have ruled the world well?
Hamzat was honored with the Beacon of Islam Award by members of the Lagos Central Mosque for his outstanding contributions. Political stakeholders are calling on the federal government and the leadership of political parties for the inclusion of more women in governance and leadership positions. They made a call at a workshop on gender equality and political participation in Kushofe Federal Constituency. Correspondent Adesegun Igop has the report.
With support from the United Nations Entity for Gender Equality and Empowerment of Women, member representing Kushofe Federal Constituency in the National Assembly, Honorable Kafilat Ogbara, and political stakeholders in the constituency are advocating for the enhancement of women's political participation and representation in governance, which they describe must be a deliberate support from the male folds.
A time when we call for greater political representation and representation of women resonates louder than ever. As we gather here, we must reflect on the values that underpin our democracy: inclusivity, equity, and the belief that every voice counts, every voice matters.
The lawmaker, who chairs the House of Representatives Committee on Women and Social Development, assures of adequate budgetary provision to help groom, train, and support women with political ambitions.
Women remain underrepresented in political offices worldwide. We must champion initiatives that promote gender parity, including quotas and funding for women campaigns. When women lead, the entire community benefits. Advancing political representation and participation is not just a goal, it is a necessity for a thriving democracy. It is our collective responsibility, each one of us, to ensure that every voice is heard and valued.
Nigeria is home to millions of women whose potentials remain largely untapped due to structural, social, and economic barriers. Women political participation is not just a matter of fairness. It is essential for the health of our democracy. When women are included in decision-making processes, society prospers.
Honorable Ogbara adds that full and equitable participation of women in public service is essential to building and sustaining strong and vibrant democracy.
What we need is the right legal framework, and I have started that campaign that as a nation we must ensure that we eradicate single gender list. We are waiting for that, restructuring, that reform that will ensure that the electoral body rejects such single gender list from our political parties. So we need our political parties to be reformed and look inward and ensure that in every state there must at least be a woman in any list that they will do. We are saying no to single gender list.
The workshop is in collaboration with the National Institute for Democratic Studies, with women in Kushofe, Agboiketu, and Ikosi Sherry as first to benefit from the plan. Adeshegun Igo, LTV News.
Residents of Teachers' Quarters Selewu in Ikorodu are appealing to the Ikeja Electricity Distribution Company to come to their aid by energizing their transformer for power supply. They say lack of stable power supply has brought setback to social and economic activities in the area. Again, Adeshegun Igo has the report.
The Exclusive Community Development Association in Selewu Teachers' Quarters, Igbogo Bayeku, are crying out to the Ikeja Electricity Distribution Company to energize their newly installed transformer for the supply of power to their community. They claim to have written countless letters and made many telephone calls.
The transformer has not been functioning, and immediately after the provision of this transformer, the contractor swung into action, did everything required, and installed the transformer. But till this present moment, what is left is a DT meter. And without the provision of DT meter, a transformer cannot function. So we are now calling on Ikeja Electric to please kindly provide a DT meter.
Since the transformer has been installed here, it has not been working, and the thing has really been affecting us. In fact, it has affected me a whole lot, because going as far as leaving my home about to go as far as probably a mile to charge my terminal is something worrisome.
The transformer has been restored here, it has not been working, and a lot of things is happening in our area. So they are using the opportunity to steal from us, doing everything. So that is why we are outside here now. We are here to protest so that they can help us on our meter to restore the transformer.
In peaceful protest, they lament the negative effect of the power outage, adding that the continuous darkness is making residents and business owners unproductive.
Lack of electricity has really truncated my efforts, and I'm appealing to Ikeja Electric to please do something about it.
I'm a welder, and our work, we need electricity to power it. When there's no lights, there's nowhere we can work. So as a young person, so I'm begging the Ikeja Electricity to please to do along.
We do not have light, so we need the light to do and to work. So we need to have customer to do anything.
Since last year, earlier June, I paid for prepaid 3-phase, and the prepaid has not been bought till now, 2024. A year and 3 months. Please, I'm pleading for them to give us our prepaid.
The transformer was facilitated by the senator representing Lagos East Senatorial District in the National Assembly, Adetokunbo Abiru, after the community had struggled with inadequate power supply over the years.
It's an asset that someone gave to us on a platter of gold. So we wouldn't want a situation whereby what we have labored for and someone had taken time to give it to us and we allow it to be revised. And we are appealing to Ikeja Electric as a matter of urgency with immediate effect to please come and install DT meter on this transformer and let it be energized.
Electricity supply in any community cannot be overemphasized. The appeal by residents of Teachers' Quarters, Selewu, to the Ikeja Electricity Distribution Company is to bring speedy development, reduce crime, and improve standard of living of the people. Adeshagun Igor, LTV News.
The fires raised the Oko Baba Plank Market in the Ebute Metta area of Lagos. Lagos State Emergency Management Agency LASEMA confirmed this in the statement. LASEMA spokesman Nosa Okumbo said officials of the LASEMA response team, LRU Fire Unit, Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service embarked on a search and rescue operation at Okubaba Plank Market by Ibadan Street, Ebute Metta. He said the immediate cause of the fire is unknown, adding that no life was lost or injuries sustained as a result of the incident. The LASEMA spokesman said the fire has been completely extinguished as emergency responders have secured the entire area. According to him, the dampening down is in progress to prevent reignition, with occupants enlightened on the dangers, major causes, and ways of preventing fire outbreaks in the market. Now, the remains of Barrister Abayomi Mukaila Tijani has been laid to rest, with a call on people to be good at all times and make meaningful impact in their sojourn on earth. Correspondent Adekola Hastrop brings details of the final rites of the All Progressives Congress Party chieftain. His report.
The Lagos Television Blue Roof played host to friends, family, and colleagues who have come to pay their last respect to Barrister Otumba Abayomi Mukaila Tijani, who was until his death a legal practitioner, chieftain of the All Progressives Congress, and a member of the Mandate Movement.
Apart from him being the secretary to the local government twice, he was also a party member, a loyal party member.
I find it difficult to believe that he's gone. I believe my brother still exists. He's still living, but he's just resting in the bosom of the Lord.
At the farewell service tagged Celebration of Life, Reverend David Abodere, who prayed that God grants the departed eternal rest, enjoined the people to live a life of selfless service, exemplifying Jesus in their day-to-day activities.
Yomi Tijani, sleep on in the bosom of our Lord Jesus till we meet, till we see again in the resurrection morning. Good night.
Leading the legal community, Chairman Nigeria Bar Association, Lagos Branch, Oluseyi Olawumi, described Otumba Tijani as an engine room of the branch whose death has created a large vacuum.
I don't want to believe that the man is no more, because I know that his memory will live and lingers with us. Mr. Tijani, oh my goodness, he's a fantastic man. We miss him so much. We miss him.
The body was finally interred at Omega Memorial Garden Cemetery after a short exhortation at the graveside. Son of the deceased, Toby Tijani, described his late father as a dependable man.
He was the greatest of men. He was an amazing human being. He was the greatest father. At the end of the day, I just thank God for his life, and I just thank God for the fact that I had the opportunity to be in his life, just like he did mine.
He's a man of the people. He's a man with a kind heart. He's a man that does not want to see anybody sad around him. He will make you laugh.
He gives all. He uses his contacts, connection for people, for his friends, without without being envy of them.
Abayomi Mukaila Tijani, popularly called Man of God, was born on the 13th of September 1965. He died on the 16th of August, year 2024, after a brief illness at the age of 59. He is survived by wife and children.
May his soul rest in peace. Now in sports, budding talent Sunday Emmanuel has commended the Lagos State government for the opportunity to compete at the 8th National Youth Games in Asaba, Delta State. Emmanuel claimed bronze medal in weightlifting event at the ongoing games, beating much bigger athletes from other states in the 49 kilograms, lifting 50 kilograms in snatch and 61 kilograms in clean and jerk for a total lift of 111 kilograms. Emmanuel, who showed tenacity and determination, was ecstatic with the opportunity to showcase his talent and a successful outing in Asaba.
Since when I've been coming for youth game, and I would like to say thank you to our DG, especially my coach too. It's not just that I'm saying God to help, but my coach, they assist me in the training, forcing me to train sometimes, but I would think that they are trying to suffer me, but gradually I noticed that they are trying to bring out the best out of me.
Coached by his mother, Emmanuel hopes to build a successful career with support of the Lagos State Sports Commission and acknowledge the need to stay focused on developing his skills and maintain academic excellence.
That once I get there, I'll try and win good. But immediately I reached the training hall, I saw people bigger than me and more muscular than me. Gradually, as the competition commenced, I noticed that I was fighting for bronze medal. So I continue adding my effort, everything, make sure that I catch up my weight and what I'm capable to catch.
Despite his mother's influence as his coach, Emmanuel has a number of athletes who have made significant impact, including African and Commonwealth champion Adijat Olaminoye.
Very consistent in our training, continue training gradually. When other athletes are trying to say that they know how to train, should tell them that let's train together, one mind, just encourage each other. And now see where she is by God's grace and the support of Lagos State Sports Commission.
The National Youth Games featuring 35 states and the FCT will climax with a closing ceremony on Friday, September 19. For more news, connect with Lagos Television on these social media platforms. Many thanks for watching the news at 8. Please remember to call Lagos toll-free lines 767 or 112 in case of emergencies. I am Bukola Taylor Cole. Good night.